Andrea Heuston here. I'm the hostess of the Lead Like a Woman show, where I feature strong, amazing, and brilliant female leaders and how they're changing our world for the better. We have over 40,000 people on social media who are sharing our message of empowering female leaders to empower others. And I'd love it if you could keep sharing. Follow the show right now as you listen, share it with a friend, and if you're in the mood, head on over to Apple and give us a 5-star review. Our goal is to chart in the US this year. We seem to chart everywhere else, but let's get charting in the US. So in this episode, we're going to talk about optimal health and why it's so important to our lives. But first, before we get to that, this episode is brought to you by Artitudes. Are you a woman who wants to start a business, or do you already own one? Artitudes has a special offer for you. Learn to pitch for funding and for sales with our women-owned package. It includes content and speaker coaching and a pitcher sales presentation so that you can win with confidence. You can find it at artitudes.com/women-owned. And that is the collective women, not just one woman, because this is for every woman. So women-owned. And the best way to find me, type hashtag lead like a woman into your search bar. And it's kind of nuts, but I come up. Or as always, I'm all over LinkedIn. I have the utter privilege of introducing my guest today, Helena. I want to say her last name and I want to say it right. So she might have to correct me, but Helena Smolock. Correct, Helena?
That's
awesome.
Correct.
All right. So Helena Smolock's fascination with movement started in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, where she was born and raised. Growing up, Helena was a self-motivated youth athlete. From grades 3 through 6, she participated in several sports, which included volleyball, dodgeball, floor hockey, baseball, and running. That's kind of an all-around Helena. And she particularly enjoyed participating in the Canadian Fitness Award program, which each year tested her abilities in running, wall climbing, jumping, and push-ups. In her final year, she won the Award of Excellence. Her passion for movement continued well into high school, where she enjoyed track and field 100 meter. Today, Helena is reliving where she left off in high school, this time as a master athlete in training for track and field 100 meter. Helena is a member of the US ATF Master Athlete Division. Her 40 years of dedication to the field of athletics and fitness will ensure she assists your corporate culture to get up, move, unleash your inner athlete, be it, and live it. Helena, welcome to the Lead Like a Woman show.
Thank you, Andrea. When you're reading that, I was like, wow, I'm going back in time. I'm reliving those when you're young and you have all this energy, you just go, right?
It's true, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I was self-motivated. My parents were so busy running the restaurants. I mean, they had restaurants, and I was like,
wow.
I'm the oldest of back then. Two other siblings.
Wow.
Which the clan grew to 5 to
wow.
4. So, I'm the oldest of 5. And
wow.
I just led, it was just a natural thing for me. I don't know whether it was because I was responsible at such a young age that I just motivated myself to do something outside of that responsibility.
Yeah.
But anyhow, it's led me to what it is today, and I'm happy.
I love that.
Yeah, thank you. I
think it's great. But I mean, like we just said, you've spent over 40 years now in the health and wellness arena. I want to know what led you down this path. We were talking right before we hit record about the fact that you had wanted to be a trial lawyer. So what led you into the health and wellness area instead?
Well, to be quite honest, I did not even consider it. As I mentioned earlier, my main goal in life was to become a criminal lawyer. That's all I thought. That's all I wanted to be. I was like preparing myself. I studied the Canadian Criminal Code.
Holy moly!
I was like preparing myself for Osgoode Hall in Toronto, basically.
Wow. That's funny.
So in grade 13, back then in the day in Ontario, I didn't want to spend the whole day in school. So I had spoken to my guidance counselor and I asked her if I could be, gaining credits through work experience. which I don't know if they do that these days, but she said, sure, why not? They placed me in the courthouse, criminal division in Ottawa, and I just navigated through our system. And now when I think of it, they must have known, my supervisors and the judges and all the people that I worked alongside with. They must have known, oh, she's too emotional. She's too.
That's funny.
In a murder case, and let her observe a murder case. So that's exactly what happened. And I was 18 at the time, and they pulled out all the evidence from the crime scene, and there's photos and there's but that's not the only thing that got to me.
Scary stuff.
Yes, it is. And what got to me was the story of how someone lost their life.
Yeah.
I sat there and I listened to it, and I just thought, oh my gosh, I can't do this. I am too emotional. I would probably break down and cry or something, So I decided that it wasn't the right thing for me. And the last day on work experience, I'll never forget. It's so vivid in my mind how the supervisor was seated in his chair at his desk, and he spun around and looked at me and said, so, do you still want to be a criminal lawyer? I said, no.
No, don't make me do it.
But, I'll tell you, when you have your heart and mind set on something, and then it disappoints you. It actually did disappoint me because I didn't even look at that aspect, right? So I was at my fork in the road, and it hit me one day. Oh my gosh, I'm doing this already. I'm in the fitness arena. Because
you were already doing it.
I was already doing it. I was, going to school, going to the work experience. And after all that, I had a part-time job at Catherine's Lady Fitness in Ottawa, where I taught, and I'm not kidding, 15 classes every night, like every 5 classes a night.
Oh, wow. So you were already doing it. You knew.
And so I thought, oh my gosh, I'm already doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And then just from there, my whole career just snowballed. It just grew. And next thing I know, I'm on television. Next thing I know, I'm on, the radio.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Newspaper. And I think the reason why that all happened was because of my attitude, my passion, the way I noticed I was helping others to be healthy and strong, and it was a different time back then. I think back then it was more fun to the element. There was more motivation, whereas now it's changed, as you know.
It really has,
drastically changed. So I still keep a very positive attitude that everything will just flourish as it should be, especially with our health.
Well, and we have to keep that kind of positive attitude. We have to, because attitude is part of health, frankly.
Absolutely. Your mindset is the most important thing, the most powerful thing that your body can follow.
It's true.
I mean,
absolutely.
I felt it when I did my first competition since high school on the track, 100 meters. I'm 59.
Wow.
And when I drove to Langley. I drove to Langley, and I was up against, I'm on a team. These people are amazing. I mean, the oldest woman is in her 80s, late 80s.
No, are you serious?
And she's running like she's still 16, and I'm like, oh,
wow. Okay, so that's cool.
Yeah, totally. So when I arrived there, I said to myself, okay, it's been since high school, which was eons ago, and you're now 59. Darn it, girl, you are going to get on that track, and you are going to run as fast as you can, as fast as, mentally, I said to myself, and we're gonna look at my athlete's mantra journal. The first on there on page 1 is I am. And so I took that word and I said, I am
fast.
I am fast. And that's what you have to be when you're running 100 meters. I mean,
how did that work? Did that mindset help you?
It helped me because I got up there when it was time for us in our age category to get up there and stand. And I stood. I looked over at all the ladies beside me in my age category, and I knew. I said, "Okay, I know you guys are gonna just beat me. That's fine. Go ahead." But guess what? There's next year.
There's next year. Just wait. I'm coming for you. I love that. It's, so, we're going to talk about your journal in just a second. But here's the thing. You named your company Velocity Athletic Training. How did that name come to you?
Well, I am fascinated with speed, believe it or not.
Velocity, baby.
Like, I love fast cars. I mean, if you see my logo, the cheetah is there, and the cheetah is the fastest cat.
True. I know. I love your logo with the cheetah. I think it's fabulous.
So there's something about speed that fascinates me.
Love it.
Especially when it comes to the human body.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Let's look at how fast some of the most famous athletes can run 100 meters.
It's true. It's really insane.
It is insane. When you think of it, I ran it in 20 seconds. Some of those women ran it in 14. So it's not too bad, 6 seconds difference, right? But in practice, my first practice, I ran it in 24.
Wow.
I shaved off 4 seconds.
No kidding. That's incredible that you were able to do that.
So that's, to me, I look at myself and I look at other athletes and I think, this is fascinating. Because
it is.
A cheetah runs, 100 meters in like 3 seconds?
Yeah.
Maybe 6.
Maybe 6, 3. I don't know. I've never timed a cheetah.
With speed and how the human body can accomplish it in a certain amount of time fascinates me. So the day I decided to register Velocity Athletic Training and deal with the logo, I had a good friend. She's a graphic artist. She said, "Well, what do you want me? What do you want to include?" I said, "Well, the cheetah has to be part of it. It's going to be Velocity Athletic Training."
Love it.
She said, "Okay." So when you think of the logo, what's the one word you think of? I said, "Honestly, you want to know?" She goes, "Yes, tell me." I said, "Sexy."
Sexy, baby. I like that.
It's got to be sleek. The cheetah, when it's running, stretched out, it's long, long body, and its paws are reaching right out. I said, "That's sexy to me." And she goes, "All right, we'll make it."
It's sexy then. I like it.
So, that's why I decided to name it Velocity, because of the fascination of how fast the human body can actually move. And it can,
yeah.
I mean, if you look at, hockey players, how fast they just whiz around on the ice.
They do. It's true. It's really, really fascinating, isn't it?
It is. And I watched my son run or skate. For his first time ever putting him into skates, he just took off. And I'm like, oh my gosh, he's never done this. And the coach said to me, does he train? I said, no.
Oh.
This is a natural gift, right? So the whole thing is fascinating.
It is, yeah. A very natural gift. I think that's great.
Yes.
I like it. And has it served you? How long have you had this brand?
I registered Velocity in Canada, British Columbia, in 2005. Wow. And I registered it here in the US in 2020.
Oh, that's amazing.
Thank you.
Good for you. I mean, it's quite a journey, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. So when you started your own brand and your own company moving forward in this, health and wellness area. I want to know, Helena, what went right?
What went right?
Yeah, what went right? We don't want to know what went wrong. We want to know what went right.
Well, the one thing I find that is going right is that despite the challenge that I had to face when I moved from British Columbia to Blaine to the US in 2019 was the shutdowns.
Yeah.
Right? So if you think about it, my name, people know me in Canada. So I came here with no client base.
Yeah, no brand recognition. You're right.
Velocity. So I had to think quick on my toes. And I thought, okay, I've got a challenge here. I've got to build up my brand. I've got to get out there, and everything's shut down. So at the time, I had Velocity Athletic Training Radio, where I hosted, just like what you're doing. I brought on guests.
And things.
I just kept on plugging into that.
So you created momentum for your brand by creating brand recognition.
Yeah. I trademarked the logo that you see behind me is fully trademarked. Even Speed is our company's mascot, the cheetah.
Your cheetah's name is Speed. I love it.
And now we've got the talking cheetah.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. So Velocity focuses on assisting corporate cultures, right? Yeah. To specifically get up, move, unleash your inner athlete, be it and live it.
Yeah.
So being that you've been here in the US 4 years, or your company has been here in the US for 4 years, and you've gone after getting some brand recognition, tell us what would help you get into more corporates. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for, because, we've sort of hit the crossroad where, I feel that corporations are at a crossroads because now they have employees that are working remotely. And
they do.
Yeah. So they're at a crossroad. They have facilities. I mean, when I co-managed the Bank of Canada, it's a huge facility. It's like one whole floor in the basement.
Wow.
It's amazing. And so what's happening now, and I've spoken to some of my previous clients, is that employees are finding that balance between working at home as well as going back into the office maybe once or twice a week.
Yeah.
They're missing that social aspect with each other. Sitting in a room by yourself without your coworkers anymore, it causes some sort of social withdrawal.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You feel almost as if there's nobody there who has a relatable experience.
Exactly. So I think what the remedy is, and I have approached my former clients, is that, and brand, potential new clients, is that to offer that balance. If you still have that fitness facility on site,
right,
is to still make it available to your employees that are working remotely. And when they're in a area mentally where they're just, oh my gosh, I miss my coworkers, I miss that social thing.
And people do,
virtual motivational webinar. So you hop on.
Nice.
Right? And
yes.
We can do stretches and focus on what's making them feel like their mental health is
right. Because that's important.
Direction. Also their health, lack of movement. If you're sitting at a desk for a certain amount of time during the day. So
it's hard.
And going on site, into the fitness facility, offering classes so that they feel like, okay, this feels good. I'm socializing again. I see my coworkers. They need to really offer that balance to their employees. because statistics are showing that that employees are finding that there's a challenge with the mental health.
Yeah, I agree, for sure.
Huge.
Yeah, and you really need that social aspect. You need that outlet of it. So you're helping them become a part of something again.
Exactly.
I love that. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
So you recently published on Amazon. It's called the Athlete's Mantra Journal, or mantra, depending on who you are. But tell us a little bit about it.
Well, here's the book.
Yay, look at that.
And, I created this because, as I mentioned earlier, my first competition since high school, I thought, I am fast. And I walked onto that track and I was saying that in my head. And I thought, I am fast. And it took me, it drove me to run it in 20 seconds. So I thought I could be helping out other athletes as well, not just the young athletes, but also the master athletes, the senior athletes, everybody out there. And you know what? Even if you go to the gym, you can use this. So I like that. These power words like honor, move. What does it mean? What does honor mean? Like if you sit down and especially if you're really just mentally tired,
right?
Quiet the mind, get away from the office, go outside or anywhere else in your favorite spot in your home, and just close your eyes, take a deep breath, exhale, relax the shoulders, because most people, when they're stressed out, they're either going into kyphosis or they've got their shoulders up like this. So, drop the shoulders,
totally.
Relax, find a comfortable area and visualize. I had to actually, while I was driving, I couldn't close my eyes, obviously, but
yeah, don't close your eyes when you're driving. I'm just going to say.
Yeah, I visualized, and I kept on saying, I am fast. And I visualized it. I visualized running faster. And so it's the same concept when you take this book and you don't choose a word. You just, close your eyes, open up the book, whatever page it comes up to. Well, look, I opened up to healthy or empowered.
I like it.
So you take either one of the words and close the book and focus on that. So healthy, I feel healthy. And repeat it and breathe it in.
Yeah.
Physiologically, your body's those cells are going to switch off to feeling healthy. Yes. The mind is the most powerful tool, and we're at a very critical time in the health and wellness arena where we need to use whatever tools that will switch those cells to be activated into more of a healthy, positive feeling. And
it's about mental wellness as well. Absolutely is. So, yeah. Wow.
And the good thing about this book is that it's got a few lines.
You can write.
Right. If you feel like writing, looking at your environment or looking at how you're feeling or what you're thinking and what you want to accomplish with being healthy.
Yeah. I love that. Well, you also said you're going to be releasing another version of this, but not just for athletes, right? Tell us.
No, it's for the corporates.
Love it.
So the corporates, again, they're at that crossroad. The corporate heads are whether they're standing back and thinking, okay, we got to stand back, we got to rethink about the health and wellness, and the fitness facility, all this.
All of it.
And that's okay. That's okay, because the most important thing, as long as they're thinking about it, but creating a strategy to continue the improvement of their employees, their health.
Right, exactly.
So the book will be the same concept, but different words that are used within the corporate realm.
Oh, I love that. What a good idea. That takes a lot of what you did as a corporate wellness consultant as well.
Yeah.
And bringing that mental clarity and wellness into the everyday. I love that. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I know. Oh, go ahead. Oh, I want a copy. I'd love one. I know you've probably had mentors in your life. It sounds like, even from the first, when you went into that law firm, they were mentoring you. So, and all throughout your life, I'm sure, what is a piece of advice that you've received from one of those mentors or coaches or influences that really has stuck with you, that you still think about to this day?
I gotta say, there's a couple of people that were very special to me, but out of the two, I have to say my grandmother.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
My grandmother is one of mine too. She's now my guardian angel. So
yes. My grandmother Lila, she one day said to me, because the restaurant business runs rampant in my family. So my grandfather had a restaurant too, and one day she said to me, "Never turn your back on your business. Stay, aware of what you're doing, and do it with honor, integrity, honesty, and be compassionate to your customers." Yes. And that's always has stuck with me, and that's the way I operate Velocity Athletic Training. It's like a baby that you constantly need to nourish. And as you nourish it, you're also I nourish my customers. So I
think that's wonderful.
Thank you, Andrea.
So I want to know then, what kind of advice would you give women who want to go down a different path, who are trying to discover what they're meant to be doing? What would you say?
I would say to research it. And then the prime example is what I did, right? I went into the courthouse and realized, oh no, this is not for me. I'll probably cry, you need to research what you want to do and learn about it.
Yeah, learn about what you want to do.
Really learn about, is it really going to be who you are? Right? Is that going to represent you? Velocity to me represents me because it's my breath, really. It's what I've done.
Right. It's who you are. It's what you've done. Yeah. It's that genius zone, that place where you're earning money doing what you love.
Exactly. And that's what I would recommend. Learn, research. Is it you? Is it really you? Are you doing it because someone else is doing it? Or are you doing it because this is who you are? Right?
I find that really interesting, because a lot of us go down a path because we think that's what we're supposed to be doing. Mm-hmm. Somebody has influenced us or told us you'd be great at this. But really learning about something and researching and figuring out if it really is true to ourselves, that just seems like it should be a no-brainer, but it's not. So thank you for sharing that.
Oh, you're welcome.
So Helena, I know you have superpowers, but I believe every woman on earth has one. What is your superpower?
My superpower is love.
Oh, beautiful superpower to have. That's a wonderful one.
When you have love, you have everything.
It's true.
It bypasses everything. And people see it in you. Yeah. I had a cute little boutique style studio in Langley where I had clients come to me one by one.
Yeah.
Very personal, very private.
Right.
And when they came in, they would always say, "Oh, I'm so happy to be here.
Yay.
I feel so loved by you." And that made me feel great. I felt like that's the most powerful thing you can give someone.
It's true. Absolutely true. And what a beautiful superpower to have, love. The ability to give and receive.
Absolutely. And now, in this day and age, Andrea, we all need to share that.
We need it.
More so than ever.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We've had a fabulous conversation today with you, Helena Smolock of Velocity Athletic Training. I want to know, and so do the listeners, Helena, where can we find you online?
I do have a brand new website at www.velocityathletictraining.com.
Yay! velocityathletictraining.com. And we will put that link in the show notes so you can find it. Thank you, Helena, for being here today. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you, Andrea. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. I absolutely love you. I love the workshops you do. They're amazing. I love your energy. And I appreciate what you do for everybody out there.
Thank you so much. And listeners, I want you to remember we all have superpowers. Helena has the superpower of love. I have superpowers, and listeners, you all have superpowers as well. Use them for good. Thank you for listening today to the Lead Like a Woman show, where we are passionate about empowering female leaders to empower others. Now go out there and research and learn about what you want to do and figure out if it's really you. Thanks again, and have a great afternoon.